Good morning, students. Now we are on chapter number 4, confusing adjectives. The name of the chapter is confusing adjectives, but there is nothing to confuse. If you will listen carefully and will read the examples properly, everything will be clear. So the first adjective you are going to read about each and every. Each is used to refer to individual or separate items in a list of two or more. It is used with singular noun and the verb agrees accordingly. For example, I have 5. The verb is used according to our singular noun, pencil. So each here refers to a singular noun and each is used to refer to individual item in a list of two or more. Here you can see that 5 pencils. In the list you have the 5 pencils, but in those 5 pencils, each pencil is well sharpened. In the same way, you can see another example. The family posted a guard at each gate to avoid trespassers. Now you have to remember that each is an adjective when used before a noun. So when before each will play a role of an adjective if it is placed before a noun. You can see the example that here it is given, each shoe has been polished. So shoe is a noun and each is used before noun. So here each is qualifying shoe. So here each is an adjective because it is qualifying noun. Then each is pronoun when used alone in place of a noun. For example, see in another example you can see that we have 2 bicycles. Is used at the place of a noun. After each you can see that verb is given there, has, auxiliary verb is given. So here it is not qualifying a noun. So here each is not an adjective but each is a pronoun. Now every is used to individual or separated items in a group of 3 or more. It is used with singular nouns and the verb agrees accordingly. For example, they checked every car that was crossing the border. The school gave every participant a certificate. So here every is used to individual or separate items in a group which is more than 3 or more, and you have to remember that it is used with singular noun. Here also you can see that car is singular and participant is singular. So it is clear that each and every are similar in meaning. Each lays emphasis on every individual member and every lays emphasis on all members of the group. In this way you can remember this. Then both each and every take a singular verb. In the previous examples you have seen that how each and every takes a singular verb. Now comes the next adjective, that is many and much. Many is used with plural countable nouns. It suggests a large number of something. That's why many is used with plural countable nouns which can be counted and which is plural. You have to remember that when it is used with plural countable nouns, then it will take the plural verb. So many takes a plural verb. Check the example. Many students were helping in the literacy campaign. You can see here that many is used with the students. Students is plural countable noun. We can count students and it is plural. So with the plural countable noun, many is used. Second example, many flowers bloom in my garden during spring. Again you can see that flowers is the plural countable noun. Here many is used. Much is not used. Okay. So many is used with plural countable nouns. Much is used with singular countable nouns. It suggests a large amount of something. As many takes a plural verb, here much takes a singular verb. See the example. Much water. Here see, you can see that water is not counted. It is uncountable noun and it is singular. Water comes in a singular uncountable noun. Okay. So much water was wasted due to the leakage from the pipe. So much is here much is used with singular uncountable noun. Then next is this year she has put in much effort to prepare for the exam. Now here has put is singular verb. Okay, and so remember that much takes a singular verb. Students, remember that we usually use much and many in negative and interrogative sentences. In the following examples, you can see that negative sentences are given an interrogative, and you can see that much and many are used here. There were not many people in favor of the ban. Now here you can see that this is the negative sentence and many is used. But you have to remember this, that where to use many and where to use much. Okay, many is used with countable nouns. Here people is countable, so here many is used. Did you find many mistakes in my writing? Question sentence. This is interrogative sentence and you can see that many is used. Again mistakes is countable. Then in the next, there is not much time to prepare a long speech. So this is the negative sentence. Time is uncountable. So here much is used, not many. How much money have you saved from your pocket money? This is interrogative sentence. Question sentence. Money is uncountable. So much is used. So you can see that much and many is used in negative and interrogative sentences. Now next is fewer and less. Fewer is the comparative form of few and less is the comparative form of little. I hope you remember comparative and superlative, positive, comparative and superlative degrees of adjective. So fewer is the comparative form of few and less is the comparative form of little. You have to remember that fewer is used with countable nouns to means not many. For example, there were fewer votes cast in his favor. Now votes can be counted, it is countable noun. So fewer is used with countable nouns. Remember this. Then next example, I watch fewer TV programs now as my exams are around the corner. So again, TV programs are countable. Fewer is used because we can count the noun here. Less is used with uncountable nouns. You have seen that fewer is used with countable nouns, but here less is used with uncountable nouns. Means a smaller amount. For example, my father gets less time to spend with us as he has to travel a lot. Now time is uncountable, so here less adjective is used. Less time to spend. Here it means that a smaller amount of time. That's why here less time is used. Then last example, please spread less cheese on my toast. Again cheese is uncountable noun. So here less is used. So in this way you have to remember all the rules for all these adjectives. Now, I hope you understood the explanation, and you have to solve the exercises A, B, and C based on this explanation. Thank you for listening.